Hi, I'm Leland, and
Papa.
we're doing a project on World War II. And so we're hoping we can get this in records so that it kind of is not forgotten and just stays.
History lives on.
What were you doing right before you entered the service?
My mother died when I was 4 and was placed in an orphanage, which was not any fun. I graduated from high school in May of 43, and by June the 20th, I was headed for the Naval Air Station at Great Lake.
What branch of the service were you in?
Navy.
Okay. What was your rank?
My rank at the end of my service time was second class petty officer. The ship that I served on was called the USS Thetis Bay. Probably the smaller of all the carriers that we used during World War II.
So, what was the most frightening thing that you've experienced with your time at sea?
Probably the one thing that I still remember, one of the returning planes, as I recall, it was a torpedo bomber that run into trouble, and as it came back, it lost power and was headed into the bay, and it was so dark on close that we could see the faces of the people on this ship, the tail gunner and the pilot or the bombardier that was going right down straight head first into the deep of the bay, and they never came up, but they were so close that if that plane had been just 50 yards closer, I wouldn't be here today to tell you the story of it.
So, can you tell me about something like fun or kind of exciting?
Well, because I was still rather young and hadn't really learned to drink beer like most sailors do, a so-called picnic with all the beers that we could drink, and the older group had a ball on it, but it was kind of boring to me because, first place, I didn't like beer.
So, how do you think being in the war affected you in your life?
No matter who gets involved in a war, there's a tremendous upheaval, and then many people mature, sometimes very rapidly, from their experience. It was a growing up process for me. I think you're doing a good job.
Thank you.